Welcome to NBA 2K20 and thanks for joining us. Today we're going to cover a few quick tips on driving to the basket. Okay, we got a guy right here and we got a defender. Well, one of the first things we want to do is whichever hand he's got, try to go to the other side and see if we can create space. If we can't create space, we've got a little bit of a problem. If we can create space, we may be able to get off a shot. Now, the trick is to figure out which control to use after you get by the defender. Conversely, now if you have a offensive player and of course you're dribbling from the left side, you may want to go to the left side and try to go around that way and get off a shot over there. And the question, of course, is how do you do that? And that's a very good question. What you want to do is use the controller to go in the direction you want. So let's say we want to go this way. Okay, we'll take this controller and go this way. Now, when we get a couple steps going, when we get flush with a defender, what we want to do is hold down this R2 button right here to give us a burst of speed. And if you get even with him, or if you get by him, let's say we get lucky and we get by him, or we're flush with him, we want to make a shot. Now, as a general rule, if we're on the right side of the hoop, we're going to want to shoot to the right. If we're on the left side, we're going to want to shoot to the left. So in this case, if we're on the right side, we're going to take this right here, and then we're going to flick it back. Like that. So we're going to take the right analog stick and flip it back like that. All right, let's take a look at the actual controller and watch this in real time. Here I am taking the ball up court. I'm going to tap the L1 button in just a second to call a pick. All right, got the pick and roll, and going to go to the right and then use the R2 and then flick it back as soon as I get underneath. Of course, flicking it to the right side so I can make the shot in the hoop there. Here's a situation where we get the ball to Russell on the quick pass, and we try to go by a guy, and then we switch to the left hand. In this situation right here, we clearly have a drive to the left side, and what we're going to try to do is shoot from the left side. And we have to because if you notice in the center right there, Marc Gasol is right there. If we go to the right side, odds are he's probably going to swat it. He might even swat it from this side, but he's definitely going to swat it if we go to the right hand. We've got the left hand, so we need to go that way. And to do that, we're using the controller. We're going to flick it to the left side. As you can see, I quickly flick it to the left side and then release it and let it go. And then that allows him to get the shot off right there. And of course, here's a look in slow motion of the same play. Nice little soft touch with the left hand right there. Here we got Kawhi Leonard and a guy that can't guard him. Our plan is to try to use a pick, and then if we can get through, use a burst of speed right there. As you can see in this one, Kawhi Leonard is dribbling on the left side toward the left side of the basket. And we want to take advantage of that. We would hate to switch and shoot with the right hand and have it, blocked or highly contested. We want to get a shot off that goes in the basket. So as you can see on the left, we're actually flicking the control to the left side to make a shot from the left and hopefully taking advantage of this window right here. And luckily, our layup from the left side goes in the basket. Now, these last few moves have been made with, top-notch all-star players. Kawhi Leonard's definitely a top player. Can we do this with somebody not quite as good? Yes, we can. Here we have Shamet. He is not even top 200 in terms of ratings. He's got the ball. He's going to try to go flush, and then he's going to use the speed boost to get around. This time, he's dribbling from the right side, and he's got a window on the right side to shoot. To do that, we're going to flick the analog stick to the right this time instead of the left. You got to be quick to get that open window and, of course, make the basket. Now, as we can see from the slow motion replay, the right hand is much harder to block than the left hand. The left hand probably would have been blocked there. In this segment right here, we're going to focus on setting up a drive to the basket with passing. Here, we're trying to get the ball to Taurasi right here, which is represented by the circle button. She is going to be cutting toward the basket. We've obviously got to hit this pass button really quickly to get our pass off. And we succeed. Right here we find ourselves with an open path on the left side to the basket. So what we're going to do is, of course, flick the controller quickly to the left to get our shot off. As you can see, if we don't hurry up, we can get blocked from the right side. We also have a pretty big defender coming to help out. So we've got to be quick here to get our shot off. Here we are taking an inbound pass. Here we are moving to the right, and if you'll notice, it's blocked pretty good. If you'll also notice, a bunch of the other players are moving to the right as well, which means if we can move on a dime and switch directions, we've got a pretty good path open to the basket. And if we can hit that R2 button, all we're going to need to do, of course, is push it to the left, the right analog stick that is, push it to the left, so we can get off an easy layup. All right, before we go, let's take a look at one more play here. In this situation right here, we're being guarded by a bigger player. We'd like to be able to change the matchup so that we have a smaller player guarding us. What we're going to do is set a pick, and we're going to go to the right with the right dribble. Here again, we have the right side open, and of course the left side is probably going to get blocked, so we want to shoot with our right hand. And we're going to do that by flicking the analog stick quickly to the right and letting go. And another layup. In closing, if you're driving to the left, flick the right analog stick to the left side for an easy basket. And of course, if you are driving to the right, flick the right analog stick to the right for an easy basket. And of course, that is going to wrap this up. I am signing out. Thank you for watching, and good luck.